Hey, gang, Cage TV, Giant McKee, whatever the fuck you want to call me, back here again with what is to be the final little 2023 kind of update, uh, diary, journal, thought, spew, whatever you want to call it. Uh, I'm being very loose this episode, and I'm letting you decide. I'm not putting any of the work, and that's because I'm just taking some time off. I am in grill mode once again, and even though I've kind of been, going a bit crazy behind the scenes, trying to think of what I'm going to accomplish in 2024, both in my little animations and career and with just my personal life, the future, uh, where I'm going to be, just as a proper adult, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm taking it easy because I know in the future I'll be on that grind. I'll be going crazy. I'll be grinding my sleep. I'll be grinding my week. What the fuck? Oh, this really is a spew, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if I'll continue this. I think this might be the last one. I don't think I'll make like these kind of like every few weeks or months kind of like update kind of things. I think this was a nice kind of self-contained experiment for 2023, which, like I always say, I'll be able to look back on and enjoy and just I don't know, just kind of think that was the one year where I really kind of documented my thoughts. I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'll get a diary or a fucking little calendar where I can update in 2024. Who the fuck updates their calendar? What am I talking about? That's I guess that's how my brain works. Just shite every 5 seconds, and I suppose that's how I'm always coming up with ideas for videos and stuff. How I'm always wanting to get as much out there as possible, but I gotta realize that I need to step back, or I'll be eaten up and spat out by the world. I gotta fucking keep in my feet and obviously have my active brain always thinking away, but I can't get lost in thought and just turn schizo mode, if that makes sense. I just gotta take it easy. I gotta go in grill mode. Yeah, I got it figured out, but it's easier said than done. Um, but yeah, I think you can take given by my nature. I'm in a good mood with this year ending. I'm also a wee bit tired. It's like 11:15 at night, but I'm happy. Uh, New Year's is coming up soon. I'm recording this, and the kind of the limbo between Christmas and New Year's that everyone talks about. I've tried to keep my feet during that. I've tried to like not kind of just turn into a slob, and I've tried to do stuff. Been kicking about the place, not as much as I'd like to. Uh, I guess that's something to take in for next year, which is I suppose is the overall kind of theme of my thoughts in this year. It's that I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. I didn't achieve as much. I'm not where I thought I would be. I guess I'm not where I thought I'm not where I dreamed to be, if that makes sense. But I guess it makes sense if I don't accomplish my dreams too quick, because that's what keeps me going. And I think I've learned a lot. I've found a lot of self-respect and understanding of myself and the world around me. With just kind of not even like I don't know people talking about meditating, but I'm just talking about like I guess you would call it critical thought about myself. Your mind kind of just wanders, and instead of thinking about like I wonder what the next Rumored Transformer will be, or oh I need to get this video out, or uh, whatever bullshit kind of like momentary things there, I just kind of think about like the past, the present, and the future, and you can kind of use those to make a little kind of story in your head and things start to click together. It's like three little gears clicking together, and once it gets moving, you kind of understand that momentum of who you are, where you are, and where you want to be next, if that makes sense. Yada yada. Those who forget their history are doomed to repeat it, all that. Um, and I would like to keep having that kind of mindfulness. And it's not really like anything kind of crazy change this. I think it's just natural for me to go through this kind of like evolution of my understanding, because I was dead worried about the future like this year. There would be nights where I would get like barely any sleep just because I was so fucking worried about what I had to do just to achieve the future that I wanted, that people would expect me to have, that kind of stuff. Um, and at the same time, I realized I don't need to do that, right? You know, it's my life. But that kind of understanding almost immediately evolved into me realizing it's what's best for me, and I want that. And people, you know, people want the best from me. People want me to be running at my best. I'm lucky enough that a lot of people think the world of me. So yeah, I should be able to perform the best of them. Which, if you're, you know, if you're if you're not careful, that can fuck you up. That kind of like expectation and momentum and putting the whole world on your shoulders. Obviously, right? But you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it like glass half. Excuse me. I'm thinking about like glass kind of half full mindset. You know, enough people. Can't remember how many times I say you know, by the way, because that's a really fucking bad habit that I've realised, and my pals have started to point out. Christ, but I'm thinking about this with a kind of glass half full mindset, where if people expect this from me, then that sort of tells me I've got a good thing going, and if I know what I'm doing, I play my cards right, and I just keep evolving like this and understanding and thinking of myself better, then hey, maybe those dreams will come true. So I was talking funny there because I was trying to hold my backs. Fuck me. I was trying to hold myself back from saying, you know, God, I've been tripping over my words for years now. I can't even say lately because that's all I've been fucking doing. Yeah, 2023. I had a feeling it was going to be a pretty good year. Not as good as I had dreamed, because I think I'm ambitious like that, but also it's nice to have that kind of like realism and realise after all this time it's okay that it wasn't as crazy as I had, you know, been ambitious about, because those ambitions keep me going. And while I can't do everything I want to, at least not now, maybe one day I will have accomplished everything I want to, and I can sit back in my laurels and laugh about that. But I see no fault in wanting to get that much done, even though, like, realistically I couldn't. And it's fun to learn that realistically I couldn't and see what I can do and approach that better from the future. But at the same time, I'm not going to stop it, because it just inspires me. Like, it's just a kind of natural process of being like, oh fuck yeah, here's a big list of everything I'm gonna do in 2024, and then like maybe 60% of it is done, and I'm just eyeing up that 40%, like, oh sigh. But something I kind of recently did in the past few months was look at the stuff I did do and make me realize, holy shit, like this year first of all has been very long. I did not realize like all the places and people and things I've like met, done, seen, blah 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 in this year. I was busy, not as busy as I, I again wanted to be, but holy shit, I did quite a lot. Just looking back at like all the photos and like little kind of trinkets and things I made this year, all like the kind of photos of places, uh, animations I made, you know, people sharing stories, and I'm realizing like that happened this year, because this almost felt like 2 years in one. If you want to be honest, like the kind of the start and then the summer, I feel like 2022 just like DLC, and I hope that keeps up, because I always fear it when people say the years go too quick, because that means sums up, and I think it was a an epic white pill, an epic dose of wholesome reality that I was like, oh my god, you know, I've done so much this year, I've accomplished so much, despite all my complaining and yapping and moaning and feeling bad at like 3 a.m. in the morning, not be able to sleep because I'm worried about bullshit. Uh, I'm in that kind of retrospect, kind of like looking back mood right now, and I'm realizing it's all right, it's all good. And while I did not get fucking Aquatron Part 3 out, you know, the Voyager's anthology videos that take place in Aquatron, because I thought it'd be cool if I got like Part 1 out in 2021, Part 2 2022, Part 3 2023, blah blah blah, you know. It's not that important. It's going to be out when it's out. I've had fun making it, and I'll have fun finishing it. And I didn't get Shattered Glass Part 2 out, even though I promised it in October, and then I delayed it to November, and then I delayed it to December, and blah blah blah. Because I just get other stuff going on, and you can blame me, you can criticize me for that, obviously, because that's me fucking up. But it's all part of the process. It is what it is, and I'm just confident knowing that I will make it. Like unless something drastic happens, which I know for a fact this YouTube Transformer stop motion that has like it'll get like what 10k views tops, it'll be fine. Nothing wrong is gonna happen. I'm just gonna get it out later than I expected because my life took a different path. But it wasn't me complaining or anything. It's not as if I had to live in some kind of horrible conditions. Like some people do in the world. I just found a different way to enjoy life that distracted me or like had me kind of focusing on something else, and that's fine. I shouldn't worry about that kind of stuff. And that again, grow mode. That's my approach for 2024. There's things I want to do because I know I'll, following those achievements will keep me happy. That kind of ambition of like I'm gonna do this and that and this. But if I don't do it right, it's not the end of the world. There are like big things I need to do, but I can't let these kind of preconceptions worry me. Because people have preconceptions about me. Fair enough, right? Like your world, that's how you view it. But then if those preconceptions are on me, and I start to form in my head, what good is that going to do me? Obviously, you collaborate with people, you share your opinions and all that. But this is me. This is my life. This is kind of what I was talking about in the last video, wasn't it? This is my life. This is me. It is what it is. If that makes sense. If I'm not yapping, if I'm not blethering, and obviously that's a whole other kind of topic about how thought bubbles form. Don't know. What the fuck is it? Echo chambers. What the fuck am I talking about? Thought bubbles. Echo chambers form because everyone lives in their own little world, and when people live in the kind of same world, they'll kind of exist in like a little echo chamber, and you don't really develop and grow from there. But I guess the kind of the taijutsu, the yin and yang of that, is that when you have a very powerful relationship, be it romantic or brotherly or sisterly or siblingly or whatever the fuck, that's really important because you are both different, opposites attract and all that. You are both different enough to explore and change each other in a very special, interesting way. And you see that everywhere. You see friends, you see co-workers, you see people developing shit. I guess in my kind of field, designers, writers, whatever the fuck, that's all about collaboration, which I think is why people really enjoy these kind of, YouTube collaboration projects where it's like all the animators make something or voice actors working for people's other things. And this kind of philosophy I'm talking about, I need to step up and do what I preach because there's been things that people have said to me like, oh yeah, you do all the voices in your stuff. Why the fuck aren't you getting other voice actors on it? And I guess that's because the way I kind of jokingly put it is I have big giant smelly trust issues, and these animations I spend ages on them, and it's bad enough. Like I always bitch about that they get like 2 views and 7 thumbs down. No one gives a shit. But it's like even worse if it's like someone fucks up the voice acting that I trusted to do a good job, and then I gotta walk around that, and it's even worse. And it's just a project I'm doing my own like spare time for free, and that fucks me up. It's like I gotta get over that and just play it smart and trust people to help because I've done it before. I've had other people voice acting my shit, and it's been fine. In fact, I've had more and more. I think I had the first video where I've never done a voice in it, and it's just been other people. That was the medics video, I think, and that video turned out great. That was very nice performances from. Well, oh fuck. Right, I've never actually said this guy's name out loud, so I'm worried I'm gonna fucking sound like an actual tithead. Malik and Edwards Dredge, you know, perfectly fine video. That video got a decent more views than usual because I think of that quality acting. They sold the characters, and I'm happy for it. And that was a lesson I learned, I suppose, in this year, that I can trust people who have that same kind of passion as me, even if they don't necessarily have the same kind of like exact passions as me. Again, avoiding the echo chamber. You know, I can collaborate. I can find that kind of I'm running out of words here. That same kind of I don't want to say passion because it's too vague. That's too encompassing. That same kind of people in the same kind of path as me. Here's a metaphor. People in the same kind of path as me, and they can just guide me in the right direction down the trail. Or this is another hiking metaphor again, isn't it? Fuck. Or they can like lift me up when I'm trying to climb like a big fucking rock or something. Yeah, yeah. That's a good kind of metaphor for like collaborating with people like that. And there are some kind of thresholds I'm still yet to cross. Like I wouldn't let anyone edit for me because I think I have a very specific kind of like flow to it. Editing, editing is, I guess it really is an art, isn't it? That's why you have people paid big moolah. Well, I'm assuming big moolah actually. The people who are paid to edit that shit together, like for the big screen and TV and all that. That's a very important job because that's all the sound designers and artists and directors and writers and blah blah blah. That's all them trusting you to edit that shit together to look nice. Uh, that's a very important job actually, and I think that's why I could never trust anyone to edit for me because like that would be a very kind of you know close collaboration. We would have to understand each other very fucking closely for any of that to make sense. But I suppose one day that could be a bridge I need to cross. If my career goes anywhere, hopefully, even if it's a small thing, like I do a voice. Actually, no, it's been done before. With what I'm yapping about, I've done voices for people when they've edited it in. I've made stuff for people when they've edited into stuff like for years now, years and years, years. Obviously, that's happened, but I'm talking about like if I had a job as an animator and it wasn't just like a contracted thing or a commission thing for like some kind of body. It's like I'm part of some kind of studio. God, please. I'm part of some kind of studio, and I put my fucking all my sweat and tears into some kind of like, really high fidelity, crazy animation, and the editor fucks it up or something, like cuts out a bit. At the end of the day, I get paid, but that would be that kind of like, oh, that sucks. You're like, you are trusting someone with with that passion, I suppose, and I think that's what makes these kind of personal projects very important to me because it's my purest vision, I guess. And not my purest, because I'm taking other people's kind of ideas and characters and twisting them my own kind of lens and fashion. But it is very close to what my kind of pure artistic vision would be, I guess. Like I suppose that's what everyone's chasing when they make this kind of stuff. And again, in that sense of collaboration, they feel compelled to adapt characters like Optimus Prime or fucking I don't know, Freddy Fazbear. So I'm looking around the room. I've got a Lego Freddy Fazbear that PJ gave me. It's been on a magnet board and a whiteboard for 6 months now, I want to say. Fucking, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that sense of collaboration where you take a pre existing character and you kind of twist it, but you also, like, I suppose, like, you would tend to stick to the rules of what that character is and your conceptions of them, your pre-envisioned kind of like idea of who they are. But I do respect the people again, tying all the themes of what I'm talking about, who kind of go off kilter. They change the characters. God bless you, Pablo, Rise of the Beasts, because it was very vitriolic to see you piss off a bunch of fucking nerds and glup shit old dipshits who really who like don't get me started. Basically, I think it was very vitriolic to see a character change because they are Transformers. These characters are always changing. Like the movies have been fucking changing these characters for years, and just seeing people suddenly get pissed off at it because what they assumed in their kind of echo chamber was this one specific character. See them get changed and then like the echo chamber's all exploding because everyone's fucking pissed off. That was very vitriolic to see, and that's why I have a weird respect for Pablo. I should do a Mad Child review for him, just to get all those thoughts out there and not babble in this 2023 video. But that's what I mean. Like I respect the character because it twists them in a weird new way that's like part of someone's vision that isn't necessarily like it is kind of adhering to the prerequisite vision, but at the same time it's original enough so it's like, oh shit, this is significantly different. That's I respect that. That's cool. I like that. Uh, Now I'm just thinking about Pablo because he's fucking sitting on my desk. I've had him sit on my desk for ages. It's the like 12 quid one that came with fucking Rhinox. Because that's like the only one that came out in the UK. Oh god. Yeah. Um. Lots of words for the future. Lots of words for how things are made and done and shit. And I don't think I'll ever stop yapping about it. I may stop these 2023 videos. I don't know if I'll ever record anything like this again. It was fun while it lasted. But I'm always going to have something to say. And I hope people keep listening to me. Even if they don't, I'm always going to have something to say, honestly. Again, with that kind of whole self-confidence, kind of self-realization stuff. I'm happy to be who I am, and it's someone who gives a shit about this this artsy-fartsy garbage. That is my purest vision, just yapping about stuff and finding ways to be happy about it. And the vision changes and evolves, and so do I. But the version of myself in 2023 has been documented and will remain that way forever. And that's because I took advantage of the world around me and the people who give me the time of day, and I documented it. You know, straightforward enough. I did what I had to do because I felt like it, because of the passion, because of what drives me. And with people listening to this, I guess that kind of that egged me on a wee bit to document what I was yapping about. And I guess you could say I'm happy. I could be unhappy in the future. I could be dead in the future. I could be very happy in the future. Could be successful in the future. But we'll see. That's for future me to look back on and give me feedback for. Even though past me, 2023 me, will be dead soon, and future me will be alive, and he won't be able to interact with him. I'm just getting all metaphysical now, but you know what I mean. I hope. I hope any of this has made sense. This has been 2023 me, documenting how he felt, ending on a nice note. I hope the sequel is also as good quality. In fact, I hope it's better because you know what I'm saying about art always improving. But yeah, 2024, be ambitious. I'm putting a little bit of pressure on you just so you can do good things. But no matter what, I will love you 2024 me. Unless you like shoot someone in the fucking head, that's gonna be morally grey. Whatever. Bye bye. Happy New Year. Fuck you.